Sup, long time no see. It's been a little bit. Sorry, I've been working so hard that my hands and the skin under my nails, and my nails in some cases, have basically been stained. You'll see that here in a little bit. I'm going to try to put out some videos for you guys. It's been a little bit. I appreciate the patience. I appreciate the support. Everybody's still been kind of blowing up the videos. I do appreciate that stuff. Got a long list of things I want to talk about coming back too. It's not just one thing. A ton of stuff has happened over the last week, and man, I wish I had enough time to cover all that stuff. We'll go through it, though. We'll go through some of that stuff. The first thing I want to talk about, kind of a warm-up video coming back, was PSA. So PSA just recently announced that they are going to be bringing back the bulk level of service that you can actually submit cards to. So PSA is submitting the cards back. They brought back value a little bit ago. Economy was something that also came back. And now they brought back bulk. I think that's going to be $22 a card. Now, the thing with that is you got to be a fucking member of their collectors club or whatever the hell it is, the cool kids club. You know, the treehouse. They're not going to drop the ladder down for anybody who hasn't paid. I believe that's about $100 a month, something like that. Not a month, excuse me, a year. $100 a year, $100 a month. Can you imagine? Especially with these flipping prices, right? Now, I got nothing really against like PSA or anything that does like that too. I just thought it was really funny because the middlemen just all like jizzed in their pants simultaneously. They all just went, whoa, the free money came back, and they're just having the time of their lives, that stuff, right? I've already seen people basically going, I got these bulk submissions lined up for $45, $50 a sub, which, whatever, passing on some of the savings, but these middlemen are definitely making some cash off the top of that as well. But what's weird, and what I thought was really funny, was the last time PSA actually got shut down, whenever that whole thing, basically where subs weren't really coming through super well, it was because of a huge backlog of cards actually going through, right? It was when the hobby got really popular. Champion's Path was doing its fucking thing once again. Everybody was going to fucking Disneyland with Charizards graded and whatnot. That's what actually got that back. And this bulk submission reopening back up kind of got me reminding, is that going to happen again? Am I going to be experiencing this again? Are we going to see people going through that? I made a video previously where people had been sitting and waiting, and they left comments on like a PSA thread. It's on this channel. You can go actually watch that. It looks like this. Here's what the video looks like. Feel free to go check it out. I put this video out, and there was comments where people had been waiting like over a year and a half in some cases, and people have been doing YouTube videos basically discussing how long it took and the subs that came back. And there's cards that like people just thought they weren't going to get back, period, because either the middleman or PSA or somebody did something, right? And they ended up getting them back, and the cards, the value is came and gone or something like that, whatever people had to say about it. But PSA doing this, and to my knowledge, there isn't really a limit of that stuff either. I imagine they're going to hit a threshold, and then eventually they're just going to shut down subs or something like that again. They're going to turn off the bulk or the value of the economy. Once again, even if you're a collector's member, I would imagine that's the route they're going to fucking go. But at the same time, it's like, what caused that in the first place? Like, what made people have delayed fucking PSA subs and all that shit, right? Well, it was because people were sending in like a lot of cards, not just like, 50 cards or anything like that, like 200, 300 card orders for things like that. And then you look at what some of them were actually sending in, and look, I don't really think it's a problem what people are sending in or anything like that. That's not really the issue. The number of cards, I think, is the big one. Like having no limits or issues, 400, 500 cards combined amongst like several people, and like a lot of people doing that, and PSA having to go through that backlog and things like that, still prioritizing the big money ones, the big dick ones that people are shoving money into it, such as like the high value or anything like that, where the celebs would walk in. I think that kind of slowed that shit down. I kind of think it's funny that people are just streamlining this stuff again. I mean, memes are being made about how long this is going to take. It's real goofy, and people have been waiting for this too, because a lot of people do not want to go with the other grading companies. I mean, people are saying AGS to the fucking moon, right? Nah, that's not happening. In fact, I checked on the Kickstarter again, and it actually lost support. Like, it lost like $1,000 worth of support. So AGS is not doing a good job of selling certain people. And I mean, who can fucking blame you with just some of the stuff that's going around with that stuff, right? Not a bad idea, robo grading, but definitely the marketing and the people that are influencing and running it, I think, kind of play into that too. It's some goofball stuff. People aren't going to go over to HGA or diamond grading because they don't trust that stuff. The value's not there or anything. It's just, I do think this bulk reopening up, I mean, that's great. That's a good, cheap way, and people can actually get some PSA certified cards. PSA is a name that everybody's just going to look up to. Sports cards, Pokemon cards, everybody's going back into that stuff, right? Because remember, it's not just us. There's like everybody who collects and all that stuff. It's something that I can't really like look at and be like, a premonition is a-coming, and I definitely don't think it's gonna go the way people fucking think it's gonna go. It's just some funny, goofball, weird shit, man. Like, I don't know. Like, everybody's just jizzing their pants. It's not even PSA's fault. Like, PSA not putting a limit on it's kind of the icing on the cake for that stuff. But people just going in and submitting like 100, 200 backlog cards, like every alt art they've ever pulled, every like Charizard card they've ever pulled. You know, the hobby's been big. And it's been a while since this stuff's been back. A lot's happened in a year and a half. I mean, we've had a whole climate change, and we're experiencing a whole nother climate change in collection just as this stuff happens. So it's some good stuff. Let me know how you feel about that. I just saw it. This is kind of just a warm-up video to get back into it. I got a couple really big topics I want to get into. Just let me know. And missed you guys. Missed making the videos. Sorry. Just been dumb, stupid busy. Got a day off again tomorrow, too. Probably get one out for you. That's all I got. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good one, virgins, and see you later.